2025. Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR. Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Moving forward kami sa Sulong na Bayan. Ang inyong paboritong public service program ay susulong na naman. Maririnig kami sa bagong time slot na alas 5 hanggang alas 6 ng gabi, Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Sa prime time slot na ito, higit na maraming listeners at viewers ang aabuti ng aming iba't ibang segments tulad ng Gospel Verse a Day, balita sa special sectors tulad ng OFW, senior citizens, Chinoy community at iba pang makabuluhang sektor. Makakasama ang veteran journalist na si Loli Acosta. Mabuhay! Sulong na Bayan!
Alright, mapagpalang hapon po sa ating mga tagapakinig. Welcome po sa ating programang Sulong na Bayan. At tayo po ay napapakinggan at actually viewed by all over in all parts of the world. Siyempre po, i-greet muna natin ng good morning, good afternoon, good evening as the case may be. Lalong-lalo po yan sa Estados Unidos, sa East Coast, sa West Coast, ganyan rin po sa gitnang silangan. Napakalakas po natin sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, lalo na sa Jeddah, Riyadh, Dubai, Qatar, at sa mga neighboring countries, saan-saan naman po yan sa Down Under, sa Australia. Ganyan rin po sa Karatig Pook, sa Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Myanmar, at malakas din daw po tayo dyan sa Papua New Guinea, at syempre sa Sokor, South Korea, kung saan nandun ang aking unika iha sa Incheon, at gayon na rin sa Singapore. Dito naman po sa atin, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, lalong-lalo na po sa Mindanao dahil andito na po yata via Zoom. Papapasukin na natin ang ating magiging panauhin dahil nasa Davao po siya. Siya po ang ating matatawag na Honorary Consul diyan po sa Davao ng Embassy of Belgium. So let's welcome to our program for the Envoys and Entrepreneurship segment, no less than His Excellency Ambassador, actually Consul Leonilo Claudio. Hello po, sir. Ayan, the audio. Are you good? Hello po. Greet everyone po. Nakamute po kayo, baka nakamute yung gadget or computer. Ang lakas mo lang. There's no sound po, audio. Let's try it again. Ayan, nakamute siya siguro. Ayan. Actually, siya po ang ating, again, Honorary Consul dyan sa Embassy of Belgium in Davao. Napakadami po kasi ngayon ng naririnig at naiuulat sa atin ng mga investors going to Davao, or actually not just Davao but the whole of Mindanao. Ayun ang gusto natin maintindihan, ano? Dahil etong sa Belgium daw, hindi lang mga agriculture ang mga parang iniisip ng mga investors to really do business in our country. Marami pang iba. Alam naman po natin na ang Mindanao is so filthy rich, actually blessed with a lot of resources. Abundantly blessed ang Mindanao. So napaka-blessed. Matatawag natin na kung sino man yung mga nakaupo dyan at naitalaga, yun ang gusto natin tanungin. Ano nga ba yung pwedeng gawing negosyo dyan sa Mindanao, particularly sa Davao. So hopefully inaayos pa yung kanyang line, ano. And then syempre gusto din natin maintindihan anong mandato ng ating consul, honorary consul diyan sa Embassy of Belgium. Anong particular na matatawag nating kanyang function in as far as being a consul, honorary consul diyan sa Davao. At alam din natin, we will miss ang ating Mindanao Development Authority, MINDA, Secretary Leo Magno. Kasi we were expecting na siya nga ay ating makakapanayam tomorrow, but he has to fly back to Davao. So siguro there's always timing for everything. At thank you Adrian, ang kanyang executive assistant sa MINDA. So nandiyan na ba sa kabilang linya? Pwede na natin siyang papasukin, ang ating honorary consul ng Belgium. Consulate in Davao. Hello po, sir. Consul Leonilo Claudio.
Mic check.
All right. The standard time is 5:08 in the afternoon.
Hello, Ma'am Lolly. Good
Ayan.
afternoon.
Hello po. Good afternoon. Welcome to our program, Sulong na Bayan. Yan na yung tatanungin ko agad sa inyo and we will dive in. Siya po ang ating Honorary Consul dyan sa Consulate in Davao, the Embassy of Belgium. No less than Consul Leonilo Claudio. And maulan po ba dyan? Kasi dito madilim na naman. Manila. Are you good?
Yeah, right now the weather is fair. It happens like that when the Metro Manila or Luzon is raining or is on Davao or for that matter is very hot.
Yeah, kaya ang sarap nga dyan sa Davao, you're blessed with good climate, tropical climate. Kaya siksikan po ang ating nakukuhang ulat from different parts of the world kasi ito pong ating programa ay talagang naririnig at nakikita po sa iba't ibang websites sa buong mundo and they want to really join sa investors na mag-i-invest dyan sa Davao, actually, particularly Davao. So let's dive in. Educate us first, Consul Claudio. Let us know the structure muna po ng Honorary Consulate Office. Ano po ba ang duties, functions, scope, programs, and projects in relation to the Embassy of Belgium? Go ahead po.
Well, just like any other honorary consulates of the different countries, honorary consulates operate as some kind of an extension of the embassy to promote cultural, educational, and understanding, investment, economic relationship between the host countries and the foreign countries.
So again, cultural, napakaganda pong pakinggan kasi parang naiiwanan na tayo pagdating sa culture, hindi daw alam ng ating mga kababayan ano nga po ba ang malakas ngayon sinasabi nila sa art, sa exhibit at saka kultura and history. So tanong ko lang po, how many honorary consulate offices established around the country po ba dito sa atin?
Well, basically, if there are not X number of embassies in Manila,
Opo.
normally about 50% of that or 25% of that have their consulates in other parts, basically in the Visayas, usually based in Cebu,
Opo.
and in Mindanao, usually based in Davao. They don't necessarily have honorary consulates in Manila or in Luzon because the embassies are mostly based in Manila. So 50%, so like here in Davao or in this case in Mindanao, there are about 22 honorary consulates already in
Ang
place.
dami only in Davao, sir? Bakit ganun kadami?
22, this come from different areas in the Middle East, in Europe, and some is in Southeast Asia or Northeast Asia. So very much represented now here in Davao. When I say Davao, these are consulates in Mindanao holding offices in Davao. So the honorary consuls here are honorary consuls for Mindanao and based in Davao City. Just like in my case for Belgium, I am the honorary consul for Mindanao, including BAR.
Wow, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So ganun po.
Correct.
Yun nga po, that's what I want to ask. Kasi represented karamihan, Middle East, nabanggit nyo, Asia, nandyan. And then, nung naandyan ako, actually, pati Manado, malapit lang kasi sa inyo, meron ding parang consul office or something. So, bakit kaya Davao po, sir, ang talagang nagzi-zero in tayo? Parang interesado sila sa Davao.
Well, first of all, in Mindanao, there are 4 consulate generals here in Mindanao.
Okay.
China, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Japan.
Okay.
When we speak of consulate generals, officers, these are that can issue visas.
Visa.
Consuls, honorary consulates cannot
that.
cannot issue visas. So to answer your question, why they're almost based in Davao, because this is the hub, this is the center of Mindanao, and this is where all the consulate general offices are holding their
Located.
office. So it's practical, logical for uh, uh, countries, for embassies in Manila to be establishing their consulates for Mindanao based in Davao City.
Ang sarap po, no? How many, like I remember, si Mindanao Development Authority is also in Davao, right? So,
That's true.
so the city,
The Secretary of the Mindanao Development
Secretary
Authority,
Leo.
Secretary Leo Tereso Magno, holds office in Davao, but his jurisdiction is all over Mindanao, including Bar.
kasama na po yung BARM. So, how do you consider po yung tinatawag the establishment of the honorary consulate that you described? Would it improve the image of Mindanao, or yan nga po, can it attract more businesses and investors from Belgium?
Of course, no, because this went through some kind of process. With the lifting, if you remember, there was a time that the President Rodrigo Duterte issued memorandum order declaring Mindanao as a place of in war. No, remember during those times when there were bombings and there were incidents in Marawi about Maoti, the president came up with an order. And because of that order, it triggered a travel advisory. Travel advisory advising all
nationals.
embassies to inform their citizens to refrain, they're discouraged to travel to Mindanao. And with that order, humina talaga ang visitors ito, tourism, investors, even diplomats from coming to Davao. But about several months ago, about 6 or 7 months ago, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. lifted that order.
Ayan.
And so, with that lifting of that order, the embassies that had issued a previous
Advisory.
memorandum order of travel advisory also scaled down. No, scaled down also. They're beginning to lift the orders for travel. So a lot of investors, businessmen, even diplomats, ambassadors, are starting to visit Mindanao because it is proclaimed already as safe and sound to travel. Except of course there are certain areas still being considered.
Kasi I remember, guest po namin about a week ago, ang Philippine Tours Operators, PhilTOA President, no less. And he was saying, misnomer, kasi lagi pagka bigay ng travel advisory na prevent or caution not to go and visit this and these areas. Sa inyo po ba, sa inyong grupo dyan, do you have parang consulate association diyan po sa Davao?
Yes, we have a consular corps,
Consular corps.
of Mindanao Association. This is composed of about 20 or 25 honorary consulates and also the consul generals of those 4 countries I mentioned: Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and China.
O kasi yung isa pong guest din natin about another 3 days ago, His Excellency Ambassador Malik of Malaysia, talagang sila, very aggressive daw ang kanilang coordination at saka dyan sa inyo sa Davao. So going back to Belgium po, ano pong interests? What are the interests or programs of the Embassy of Belgium? Do you have business already in Mindanao? Meron na po ba silang na-establish or na-set up na mga businesses dyan? Or actually owned by Belgian? Because when I was there, nag-umpisa po yung Korean, nandyan na rin. What about Belgium?
Yes, very much.
Line of business.
Belgium is now heavily invested, or the Belgian investors, Belgian businessmen are heavily invested now in cacao and cacao and chocolate. Because if you remember, Belgium is
Yes.
very popular, is known for its Belgium chocolate.
Chocolate.
They source their chocolate, their cacao, here in Davao, in Mindanao. They have their company is called Puratos and Kennemer, and they have already extended assistance, help, given livelihood to about almost 1,500 cacao farmers
Wow.
here in Davao.
Chocolate, di ang sarap. Ano po yan, are you saying, Consul Claudio, na tayo has the best choco or cacao dyan sa Davao? Sa
Well,
atin
we
lang?
are favored with the climate, the soil, and that is why there is now, that is in fact a newly passed law
Ano po?
about a year ago, 2 years ago, declaring Davao region as the cacao region capital of the country, and Davao City was declared under the law as the cacao capital of
The Philippines.
country.
Galing the cacao capital of the Philippines. Of all Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, it's Davao, is the capital cacao. So, yan po yung revenue for the country. Dahil sabi nyo nga, it created 1,000 something plus farmer jobs ng ating mga magsasaka. And then, tayo rin po nag-export sa kanila. You're saying meron pong business dyan ng Belgian country, pero mga Belgian businessmen, meron din po ba tayong nag-export naman sa iba't iba pang parts of other countries or Belgium mismo?
Yeah, these Belgian investors and entrepreneurs and businesses, they source their cacao seedlings here. They semi-process them and export them to Brussels, to Belgium, and process them to for a final product like chocolates, bars, and other outputs, and they ship them back to the other countries. And when we receive the chocolates from Belgium, actually, they are the cacaos that came from Davao,
Opo.
shipped to Belgium for processing. They came back to Davao as final product. So, a value added has been created, and this makes them possible really to export well. Right now, there is a shortage in cacao. That is why there is, because of certain situations in Africa, so that the cacao prices now have risen up.
Tumaas. Oh, okay. Is
Tumaas.
that favorable sa atin po ba yan? No. Kasi tumaas.
Very much favorable, but personally, as a business person and as a consul here based in Davao,
Yes.
I really would like to see that the cacaos coming from Davao not only will be grown here, harvested here, or fermented here,
Opo.
dried here, then shipped it by boat on a 20-40 container. Then when they return, surprised, they come back to us as chocolate bars and other products. What I hope to see that to encourage investors, both from Belgium and from Mindanao, specifically also in Davao, put up some kind of processing of chocolates.
Here.
So that, here in Mindanao or in
Right.
Davao,
Opo.
so that the chocolates planted here, grown here, harvested here, and dried here and fermented will be processed right here in Mindanao, so they get added value. And so when we export that in an international market price already, and ultimately this will redound for the good of our Mindanao farmers.
So, ang ganda. When will that happen? Ano po yung update if you're saying nandito na ma-process lahat yan? Are
Yeah,
they
now
doing
that the cacao industry, the cacao link
flourish?
between and Davao region and Davao City are now really solidified with Brussels, with Belgium. we can now start to explore how investments on processing can be made. That's why perhaps during the next 12 months, my consulate officer will try to push for a trade delegation among from Mindanao, from Davao, of investors, who are going to travel to Belgium principally and meet with the Belgian counterparts there and try to talk face-to-face, B2B, on what the products, what investments they'd probably like to invest in Davao. Because we are not the only one. There are other countries that are also competing for the attention of the European business group investors like Vietnam, like Thailand, like so forth and so on. So we have to start with, you have to start with meeting face-to-face with our counterparts in Belgium.
At saka napaka-aggressive niyo po. I heard you just opened a consulate, your own consulate office po ba? And this September 2024 lang, last about 2 months ago.
That's true. The Belgian consulate office here in Davao, he was inaugurated. It was open only in September 18. Last month.
That's right. And with you as the consul, honorary consul, eto na, you will ang next step would be to invite a trade delegation to come here. So, puro cacao po ba ang pwede pa nating i-offer sa Belgium?
Ay, marami pa. Merong coffee and merong other agricultural products. And actually, even before the consulate office here was established, I already visited my area in Barm, in Tawi-Tawi, in the city of Bungao, with the ambassador of Belgium, and we talked to the stakeholders there, the governor, the businessmen, the mayor, and we explored the area, and we see some potentials and some possibilities in Tawi-Tawi, in Tawi-Tawi. So we are not only promoting investments, business developments here in Davao or Davao region, but also there in Barn. So I'm happy that we have identified certain potentials, certain options there in Bungao, in Tawi-Tawi.
Okay, when we come back, I want to know more about kasi the ambassador of Belgium was quoted as saying they're not just zeroing in coffee. They also want this, or they want to promote small hydroelectric turbines that can be put in a river without a big dam. So can you expound on that? But we have to pause for a quick break. The Philippine Standard Time is 5:26 in the afternoon.
Oras, hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR.
That time check was brought to you by MX3.
MX3 capsule helps avoid pain discomfort. Iwas sa sakit.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Ang bahaging ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Sun make light so bright with my friends. Show off my light in the club or in the sun. Sun make light, let's have fun. Da 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 da. Show your light, your sun make light anytime, anywhere. Light dito, light doon. Sun make light. Show your light, yeah. I know lightless worries kasi low calories. Light dito, light doon. Sun make light.
I keep coming back to the light life.
Getting to the light life, sun make light.
Drink responsibly.
Panatilihing masaya ang paglilibang. Magtakda na oras at limitahan ang gastos sa paglalaro. Huwag magsugal kung nalulungkot. Huwag hayaang makasira ng buhay at pamilya. Para sa impormasyon ukol sa responsible gaming, tumawag lamang sa hotline number 02-8404-0171 o bisitahin ang www.casinofilipino.ph. Isang mensahe mula sa PAGCOR. Gambling is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Adik ka na ba sa sugal? Lagi ka bang nakakaramdam na matinding udyok na magsugal? Laging gigil na makabawi sa pagkatalo? Naglalaan ka ba ng mas malaking oras at salapi para sa sugal sa halip na para sa pamilya? Nababaon ka na ba sa utang at nagbebenta ng mga ari-arian dahil sa pagsusugal? Kung kailangan mo ng tulong o maging ang isang mahal mo sa buhay, may mga programa ang Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR PAGCOR tulad ng Player Exclusion Program at iba pa. Para sa dagdag na detalye at impormasyon tungkol sa problem gambling, mag-log on sa www.pagcor.ph/regulatory/responsible.ph. Isang paalala mula sa PAGCOR. Game safely, game responsibly.
Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong, kawang-gawa sa lahat sinusulong. PCSO, PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong ang PCSO.
Papalakas ng papalakas, palinaw ng palinaw, mga balita at impormasyong naiintindihan dahil malinaw mong nalaman. Tutok lang sa DWIZ mula umaga hanggang gabi. Updated on air and online. DWIZ, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
Latest, pinakabago at tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Narito na ang tamang balita sa oras na ito. Pagpapalabas ng halos kalahating bilyong pisong pondo para sa healthcare system ng bansa, approved na sa DBM. Detalye ng balita mula kay Patrol 13, Gilbert Perdez.
Aprobado na ng DBM o Department of Budget and Management ang pagpapalabas ng pondo na nagkakalaga ng 454 million pesos para sa Department of Health upang mapalakas ang healthcare system ng bansa. Gagamitin daw ang pondo sa pagbili ng halos 200 units ng motor vehicles para sa Health Facilities Enhancement Program ng DOH sa ilalim ng General Appropriations Act. Layo ng nasabing programa na tugunan ng healthcare delivery gaps at gawing mas accessible ang mga pasilidad at serbisyong pangkalusugan sa bansa. Una nang inilabas ng DBM ang unang batch ng pondo para sa 141 units ng iba't ibang sakyan para sa DOH noong Hunyo ng kasalukuyang taon. Patrol 13, Gilbert Perdes para sa himpilang may todong lakas sa DWIZ. Nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
At sa iba pang balita, sasagutin na ni dating presidential spokesman Harry Roque ang inihaing qualified human trafficking complaint laban sa kanya. Gayunman, naninindigan si Attorney Roque na maraming paraan para sagutin ang akusasyon na ito, bukod sa personal na pagharap sa Department of Justice. Iginiit ng abogado na maaari siyang manumpas authenticity ng kanyang counter-affidavit sa harap ng mga prosecutor ng ibang legal entities sa halip na pumunta sa DOJ. Muli namang itinanggi ni Attorney Roque ang mga akusasyon at sinabing hindi na binago ang ebidensya laban sa kanya. Una nang naghain ang mga otoridad ng supplemental complaint affidavit laban kay Attorney Roque, kung saan idinagdag siya sa inisyal na reklamong qualified human trafficking laban sa Lucky South 99 Authorized Representative na si Cassandra Leong at iba pa.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
At yan ang mga tamang balita sa mga oras na ito. Mag-follow at subscribe sa lahat ng DWIZ News digital channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, DWIZ News app at DWIZ News website. Ako po si Gia Rafael, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Oras-oras nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Ang balitang ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
DWIZ.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Okay, nagbabalik po ang ating programang Sulong na Bayan with our Entrepreneurs and Envoy segment. At nasa kabilang linya pa rin ang komunikasyon via Zoom from Davao, no less than the Honorary Consul of Belgium in Davao, Belgian Embassy of Belgium, no less than Consul Leonilo Claudio. Hello, sir, once again.
Hello, Ma'am Loli.
Okay, we were our actually hanging question earlier. You mentioned about the BARM being one of the areas that the businessmen of Belgium are also looking into. You're actually the Belgian ambassador to the Philippines, Ambassador Michelle Paris, cited other projects during your marker inaugural last 2 months ago or September. He was like looking into planting coffee daw dyan in Bukidnon. That's already in BARM. Tama po ba? And another Belgian has said he has plans to establish a farm in Bukidnon, and ito pang promoting small hydroelectric turbines that can be put in a river without a big dam. So it's just using the flow of the river. Ano po, expound on it. Maganda po ito.
Yeah, well, that just a little correction. The Bukidnon thing is in northern Mindanao.
Okay.
That is near Cagayan de Oro.
Cagayan, City Oro.
And that the ambassador during one of his visits found out that the coffee brand, the coffee quality that was raised by the monks there in Malaybalay, actually came from Belgium. And so that is really a good possibility that coffee can also be grown and processed there in Bukidnon. The other point is the small turbines or for small hydroelectric. They call it the river type of generating hydroelectricity, especially there in areas in provinces where there is really a challenge on electricity or power. And one of them is in Davao Oriental. And so when we visited a year ago, Davao Oriental, we spoke to the late Governor Cora Malanyaon about that. And she was saying that she is all out supporting the project in the town of Katiil. And the project site has been pinpointed. The supplier of the small turbines from Belgium had been identified, and now they're just working some memorandum of agreements. And when these things are in place, they can launch it, and it could be of help to the town, and it could be also address the challenge of electricity and power requirements for Davao Oriental. Or if that really is successful, then we can, this concept of small hydroelectricity can be copied, can be implemented also in other regions where power is operated by electric co-ops, and they have problems. You see, if there are problems in power, and there is lacking in power, really the investors would have a difficulty in coming in, because they need really enough electricity. In Mindanao, the power situations that are really very conducive to the investors, you can count it only in your fingers. Like Davao region is one. No, in Cagayan, there's also one, and in other regions, they're still on the way of
discovering,
addressing their power needs. And we're happy that the European Chamber of Commerce, the ECCP, is also trying to talk with the different government agency in the same areas to be able to address the concerns of the co-ops, because sometimes the co-ops cannot catch up with the requirements of the region.
Right.
So they will be lagging behind in the investments that are coming in.
Yeah, and you talk about power. This solar energy, meron din po. We have a company na sinasabi ni Ambassador Michelle Paris, that they have a company who's dealing in water pumps naman that work on solar energy and wind energy. So, ayan, dagdag, padami ng padami.
Yes, because Belgium is very, in many European countries, Belgium is also into energy, aside from medical, educational. It's all very much also interested in and very active in the area in the field of energy.
So talagang susulong. The title of our program is Sulong na Bayan, not Sulong Honorary Consul Leonilo Claudio, but the country and Davao, particularly kasi nandyan po ang talagang hitik, kumbaga it's flourishing and all. So ilan po, tanong ko lang, ilang visas are being processed every year dyan sa inyo? Itong
As I said earlier, the consulates only the consulate general offices can accept, process, and issue visas. And these countries include China, Japan, Malaysia, and Indonesia. But the rest, the honorary consulates offices, do not process visas. They are usually still referred to their home embassies.
Kasi he was also again quoted as saying that Embassy daw of Belgium issues 7,000 visas every year. And then 5,000 of these Filipino seafarers working in shipping lines, ayan po, that pass through the ports of Belgium. So pag dumaan ka pala, kailangan may visa din doon, sir?
Yes, that's true because one of the biggest ports in Europe is Antwerp. And many seafarers from the Philippines report or board their ships dock in Antwerp in Belgium. So before you can fly out of Manila, you need to have a so-called Schengen visa. And Belgium is processing that because the seafarers' destinations includes Antwerp in Belgium.
Right. Hindi po ba mahirap ngayon ang Schengen? Kasi sabi nila lately sa mga ulat, it takes a while bago ka to secure that kind of visa. Depende rin po.
Yeah, just like any other developed countries, other advanced countries like Canada, US, European countries are also have their own watch list and checklist of the requirements for a Schengen visa. But once you have you have all the requirements ready, and you're eligible, and really you have no other interest but to go on tourism or on business negotiations, then it's really easy really to apply for visa. You just have to check on the requirements.
The requirements. And you mentioned about seafarers. How many Filipino overseas po work in Belgium?
I don't have Ma'am Lali, an exact figure, but there are a lot of Filipinos there, not just seafarers.
Okay.
In fact, the seafarers are just passing through Belgium because their big ships are docked there in Antwerp. But many Filipinos are there in Belgium as students, as professionals, as medical professionals, and other technical professionals, because Belgium also is a center of education.
Right.
Remember, Belgium is some sort of the capital of Europe, because it is in Belgium where you see the European Commission, European Union, the NATO. They're all located there. And at any given time, there are over 2,500 diplomats in Belgium, in Brussels. If Washington is the capital of the US, I think many people are saying that Belgium, Brussels is the capital of Europe.
The EU, European Union.
Yeah.
And you again mentioned about education, very po ang Belgium for that. I was able to do an interview with Dr. Ana Ruiz of Deputy Chief of Mission of European Union. They have this so-called Erasmus. Do you have that too in Belgium, scholarship?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. In fact, the ambassador, Michel Paris, was, I think, one time was a student or a scholar under that Erasmus program.
Wow.
Erasmus program is a very popular scholarship educational program of Europe, and there are these programs are also offered here in the Philippines.
Right.
In fact, the quota hindi pa nga nakukumpleto. There are still vacancies still open for Erasmus programs. So
Perhaps we can
it is,
promote that, sir, Consul Yunilo. We can promote that, lalo na, ayan.
Exactly, no,
Belgium is-
exactly. In fact, I am very glad that the Europe
EU.
ECCP, or the European Chamber of Commerce, is really promoting that Erasmus, that scholarship.
Right.
They have their office here also in Davao, and
Okay.
it is the one handling all these questions, the asking for requirements through their different institutes here in Davao City.
Because that's, we will always look forward to studying overseas, lalo na kung libre. Scholar kasi. I was told you can they will also grant you stipend while you're studying. Or you can you can work like few hours after you're able to study. So, ang daming opportunities. And Europe is Europe, as we all know. Okay, we move forward. Ito naman po, we all know sabi nyo nga earlier sa travel advisory, caution, don't come here, or itong mga advisory na merong mga kailangan ipiprevent or something. So, how do you relate po with Mindanao Development Authority, the MINDA that we have now, with Secretary Leo, with respect to improving peace or investment promotion or international relations of Mindanao and the MINDA?
I'm glad you raised that up, Ma'am Lali, because in the past 8 to 12 months, we have really been working closely with the Mindanao Development Authority, or MINDA, about our concern, especially the concern of the foreign chambers here in Mindanao, based in Davao, the European Chamber, the Japanese Chamber, the American Chamber, and the Canadian Chamber. We are always in regular contact meetings with the Mindanao Development Authority, raising our concern that to help facilitate of correcting the image of Mindanao by way of trying to improve the travel advisory, so that investors, tourists can also come here. You know, if you are traveling to Mindanao covered by a travel advisory, no insurance agency, no insurance will cover you. So that many travelers also would not travel to Mindanao because they are not covered by insurance. But now, as I said, President Marcos has issued an order lifting the status of war in Mindanao into something that is really now very acceptable to the businessmen here in Mindanao. So
that's good news.
Little by little, through our constant dialogue, meeting with Secretary
Leo
Magno and his staff and his experts on security, we're able to really present the true picture of Mindanao. With Mindanao that is really peaceful, safe, and really conducive to investing. So that's why if there are visitors that come to Mindanao Development Authority offices in Davao, they are invited. They're invited for a presentation. And you will see in the presentation the big opportunities that are really about in Mindanao. Mindanao, as they said, remember, is a promised land. And really, there are many things here that can really be explored.
Wow. Blessed country, actually blessed place like Israel. But we have to continue. We have to pause for another break. When we come back, Consul Junilo, we want to know, you are the editor-in-chief or the publisher of San Pedro Express. So how do you promote this Belgian businesses and all in your paper, if you're still the publisher of that? And you were the president of PAPI, so you're very powerful in the media industry. But you will answer that when we come back. The Philippine Standard Time is 5:47 in the afternoon.
Oras, hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR.
Oras, hatid sa inyo ng Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now at Google Play or Apple App Store for a chance to win more than 75 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit Bingo Plus official website at bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Panatilihing masaya ang paglilibang. Magtakda na oras at limitahan ang gastos sa paglalaro. Huwag magsugal kung nalulungkot. Huwag hayaang makasira ng buhay at pamilya. Para sa impormasyon ukol sa responsible gaming, tumawag lamang sa hotline number 02-8404-0171 o bisitahin ang www.casinofilipino.ph. Isang mensahe mula sa PAGCOR. Gambling is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Adik ka na ba sa sugal? Lagi ka bang nakakaramdam na matinding udyok na magsugal? Laging gigil na makabawi sa pagkatalo? Naglalaan ka ba ng mas malaking oras at salapi para sa sugal sa halip na para sa pamilya? Nababaon ka na ba sa utang at nagbebenta ng mga ari-arian dahil sa pagsusugal? Kung kailangan mo ng tulong o maging ang isang mahal mo sa buhay, may mga programa ang Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR tulad ng Player Exclusion Program at iba pa. Para sa dagdag na detalye at impormasyon tungkol sa problem gambling, mag-log on sa www.pagcor.ph/regulatory/responsible.ph. Isang paalala mula sa PAGCOR. Game safely, game responsibly.
Minsan sabaw na feeling. Call someone sweet and refreshing. Life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer. Oh, let's bang araw at ang feeling ay sad. We don't like that. With friends you can refresh, so enjoy lahat. We all like that.
Maria's here. Make life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer. Enjoy the flavors of apple, lemon, and lychee with just the right beer buzz.
Life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer.
Drink responsibly.
Umuurong sa pagtulong, kawang gawa sa lahat sinusulong. PCSO, PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong ang PCSO. PCSO. DWIZ.
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO, hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Alright, we're back in our Sulong na Bayan. Talagang pa-flourish na ang buong bansa actually. But syempre, we're zeroing in right now sa Davao where our guest is right there via Zoom. No less than ang ating Honorary Consul Leonilo Claudio sa Belgian Embassy dyan sa Davao. Our hanging question, sir, kasi you were actually the former Philippine Press Institute president and you're also the publisher of San Pedro Express. So we all know na media, maganda, a lot of things are happening, a lot of things are really doing good dyan, but if it's not being campaign or the information campaign is not intensified, how will people know, in fact, the investors, the businessmen? So as a publisher of your San Pedro Express, what kind of strategy would you want to employ? And we will help you because I'm also here on TV and radio.
Oh, yes, Ma'am Loli. That matter about my being in the journalism world or the publishing world was many years ago. There was a time that I was in that field for about 18 years.
Wow.
18 years when I was publishing 4 different newspapers, one for Davao, one for Cotabato City, one for Zamboanga City, and one for Cagayan de Oro. But I decided to move on. I felt that after about 18 years, it was time to move on, and my calling, my advocacy was already completed. So, yes, I was once upon a time the national chairman and president of the Philippine Press Institute, PPI.
Right.
And I am happy and honored to have served people in both the provincial and the national press and interacted with people like Gani Yambot of Inquirer,
Right.
Henny Lopez of Manila Chronicle,
These are the
and
big
other
guys.
top journalists, writers in
Print
like Max
industry.
Sullivan and so forth and so on. But those were many years ago.
But-
And when I came back, I decided I became a farmer and a businessman entrepreneur.
Yeah, but that can help kasi media is really powerful. Kami po tayo yung fourth estate eh. So, we can intensify campaign lalo na when you need itong mga investors coming in and out and all the information campaign that we need. Okay, moving on. What are the ways forward that the consulate office consider for a more meaningful engagement po for Mindanao and the country as a whole? What are you thinking?
Well, now, as I said, we were just installed a month ago,
Right.
and I will have in the next 2-3 months I will have to review the landscape, and I will have to see what are the priorities that the consulate can do. There are many things to do, and there are many provinces, areas under my jurisdiction, but I will have to work on what is
Priorities.
relevant, what is important, and what is urgent, so that we can start moving on. We cannot finish this in 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, but at least we could start something. Remember, the consulate, the Belgian consulate in Cebu started 35 years ago by Ambassador Benedicto. And
Robert Benedicto.
they're in place now in Cebu, and they're doing well, and they are a big help there among the Belgian nationals, among the investors, among the Filipino and Belgian investors. And I would like to see that this be replicated in Mindanao, in Davao. But I don't think I will. It will take me 30 years to put that in place.
At least in our lifetime, at least meron tayong naumpisahan, di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
we will help you with that dahil Belgium talaga. I don't know if you know him, my former publisher of Manila Standard. I used to write for Manila Standard, and the publisher there was then the late Ambassador Andy De Losario. He was assigned to Brussels, to Belgium. And that early on, talagang eto na, nakikita na niya. So siguro, well, he passed away. But now we're reaping what they saw that time. Kayo na po yun. So okay, meron tanong tayo very quickly before I let you go. From King Roland, sabi niya po, having less than 12 million population in Belgium and to have less than 100 OFWs, ang question po is, madadagdagan pa po ba ang ating mga overseas Filipino workers in the future? Kasi ang daming, may mga needs pa for medical and healthcare services. Ano po ba ang kailangan ng Belgium ngayon?
I think there are indications, because I think I remember 2 years ago, or a year ago, President Marcos visited Brussels, visited Belgium, and he had a talk with the King Philip. And I think after those talks, things come out with a statement from both governments that they are exploring the possibility of a direct flight between Brussels and Manila. So
Pwede.
you see, the first thing that comes really is when you have a direct flight, you bridge the two countries, and things will really
Move really
start
fast.
moving in. And Filipinos with specialized skills in technical and in health
IT.
and in education can really start looking at Europe, specifically in Belgium, also to look for a greener pasture. And also there are many college graduates who would like to pursue their masteral, pursue their doctoral in great universities in Brussels, especially the Louvain, the Louvain
That's
University,
very famous, yes.
which they call is the Ateneo de
Manila.
Ateneo
yeah,
de Europe.
counterpart.
Just
Opo.
like in America, your Ateneo there is the
Harvard.
Ateneo is in Fordham University.
Fordham, right. So, ayan. Patikim pa lang po ito. This is not the last. We will do another, kasi bitin tayo sa oras. That's all the time we have. Sabi nga nito, saan daw po mag-a-apply? Another question niya, kung interesado to go to and work in Belgium. Do we have the website?
Oh, yes. I'm sure you just communicate. You can start, if you're from Mindanao, you're from here in Davao, you can just communicate with us in the consulate, and we will assist you and direct you how to go about this, so that your concern, your desire can really move forward. So just keep in touch with us.
Ayan, we will get your numbers and all. It's in the website anyway. Last message
Yes.
po, your message of hope to all viewers here in our country and the investors coming in anytime soon. Tell us your extra.
Well, Lali, it's really a great time to be here, because this is the first time. Like I'll tell you, this is the first time that last month, in the month of September, 3 European countries, 3 embassies, European embassies, in 1 month opened their consulates offices here in Davao.
Finland,
Norway,
I'm sorry.
Belgium, and Switzerland. This is the first time that has happened.
Sabay-sabay,
Has happened.
Norway.
So this is an indication that somehow the Europe, through the European Commission, European Council, the European Chamber of Commerce, are really closely now focusing, looking at Mindanao.
Right.
They may have seen something here in Mindanao, and
otherwise,
they don't want that they will be left behind, no? Left behind by countries like the US, by Japan, by Korea, and by China. So they want to start to put up something like a listening post, an office, a consulate where they can interact with the nationals here, with the people here, with the investors here, so they can also have a presence. So that is why after this 3M consulates open in September, there is now a boom of about 22 to 24 consulates here in Davao City, and there'll be more. We've heard that maybe Greece will put up, maybe Italy will put up, maybe other European countries will put up. So the more, the merrier.
Right. Well, we're so happy for you because, again, you were saying that Mindanao or Davao is blessed and talagang masasabing favored. Kasi now they're being manned by people like you who knows your onions. You know, you speak your onions, so you know what to do. So, but we will be here to help dahil yan po yung ating trabaho sa media, and we can like intensify campaign, maybe some other events that you have. Just let me know. Thank you so much. And this is not the last. We'll have another fruitful discussion in the next episode. God bless.
Thank you also, Ma'am Lali. Okay. Have a nice day.
You too. Ayan, yan po ang ating consul. Nako, hype na hype tayo, no? Excited din ako kasi I'll be going there very soon sa Davao. So I hope to see him and do another interview. That's our Honorary Consul Yonilo Claudio of the Honorary Consulate in Davao of the Embassy of Belgium. Overtime, but thank you sa ating naging kaagapay. Si Chat, nakita natin, si Jem, si Daniela, kanina si June, at si Sir Fred Balamala sa ating technical, si JV nandyan din yata. Susunod na po, butikan with Miss Marupa Hati Sarne. But thank you, Adrian Tamayo. I'll look forward to the Secretary of Mindanao Development Authority when he is in Manila live in our studio. He's the Secretary of Mindanao Development Authority. God bless everyone. Bye.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Ang programang ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR. Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
Ang bahaging ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Nagpapalaganap ng tamang balita at tamang paglilingkod sa Metro and Mega Manila.